It seems that Guerrilla Games is going from an every week to an every other week release schedule for Horizon patches to, of course, improve Forbidden West and put it in an even better spot for the future. So as always, I want to keep you up to date on all the things they changed and run down all the interesting additions as well. So a like on the video if you enjoy the Horizon content would of course be amazing. And let's go. One annoying thing that happened after the recent update is that you were unable to place waypoint markers within 500 meters of Aloy. Well, yes, happy to report that this has now been fixed. We got a nice change for when comparing outfits at a Stitcher. So first, when you would look at an outfit to buy, you could of course compare it to the outfit you currently have equipped, but then the stats of that equipped outfit would go to the 0 upgrade level, even if in this case we already had 2 upgrades unlocked. So now after the update we see increases to the Denuct Reaver resistance, so basically these are the legit stats on level 2. Which makes more sense. And by the way, also cool, but this was already possible before the update. You could always see the fully upgraded version of the armor you wanted to buy versus the fully upgraded version of the armor you currently had equipped. So you can really see which one is better if you would upgrade them to the final level. Let's stay with the outfits, because another change makes it easier to see which weaves are already equipped on other armor. First, before the update, when selecting a new outfit weave, you would see a huge list and then get a pop-up message saying, hey, the one you currently have selected is already in use. So what they did after the update is add marks to the weaves you have equipped on other outfits. So you can immediately see, okay, if I select it here, it will be removed on another outfit. And if the weave is already on the current armor you have equipped, then it's completely grayed out. So I really like this change. And as you might know, this was already the case for the weapon coils, just not for the armor weaves. Now, one thing that I would like to see for the armor weaves is some sort of notification or icon indicating that some weaves have no use anymore. On the legendary melee armor, for example, you find the Valor Surge Master +2, so if you drop the weave with the same name on that outfit, you will not get any increases, as with the 2 skills, you are already at +4, which is the max. And right now, you can only see this when inspecting the skills on the outfit, but would of course be even better if you could also see it when trying to equip the weave. So I hope they look at that. There was an issue with the recent patch where an exclamation mark on a new item you acquired would no longer appear on that new item, so you could not really easily find the weapon you, for example, just bought, while still seeing the exclamation mark for the inventory category. So yeah, now after the patch, you do see the exclamation mark again on newly bought or acquired items. The next one is pretty big. Just like in Horizon Zero Dawn, you first would just see the icons of the materials that were needed to craft ammo in the weapon wheel. Well, what they now did is add the names of all the resources required under the amount it will cost you, so you can more easily understand what you need, and I think it looks pretty nice too. Let's continue with more UI changes. If you now have unspent skill points and are browsing the menu, you will namely see that the skill icon has a new animation to ask for your attention, so you know that you can upgrade Aloy. First, it was just a static icon, but now it looks pretty cool. I do dig the new animation, so pretty nice. The update comes with even more visual changes that are more than welcome. When hunting for the Jagged Deep at night black box, it was hard to see underwater. Kinda similar to the Isle of Spires rune recently. Well, just like what they did with the rune with the previous update, they now, after this new patch, they made it way brighter so you can way more easily navigate the underwater area. We also got some machine changes. They note that they fixed an issue where the notebook loot entry about the Shell Snapper's revining core included the volatile sludge, despite it only having a 0% drop chance. So reading this, you would think, okay, they're probably going to remove the volatile sludge as a resource that can drop altogether. It was overall indeed weird that if you would look up the Shell Snapper that it said 0%. So these revining cores are the sort of spikes on the Shell Snapper. There are quite a ton of them, and you can very easily remove them with special tear arrows or the regular arrows as well. And even before the update, they could contain some pretty significant loot. And now interesting enough is that the volatile sludge can drop from these components too. It went from 0% to 35%. so shooting them off is even more worth it after the update. And of course, good to note, you could also use the easy loot feature in the menu via the custom difficulty, which will then also give you volatile sludge from the shell snapper. This was, by the way, already the case before the update, although if you really want to farm it, you can way better go for the Tremor Tusk, which for me dropped a 4, which of course even more. Another pretty interesting change is that first you could, for example, shoot a snap moth from far away and deal a ton of damage, but then they still would not really care or be alerted if you were hiding in tall grass. Same for other machines, by the way, like the Ravager, for example. Well, Gorilla now notes that the sturdier mid and large machines will escalate the combat when 35% of their health is lost in one shot. So yes, so when you do this now after the update, you will immediately see the red eyes and get attacked. And I also think this negates these stealth damage bonuses that you can of course put on your weapons. And of course also get from the Stealth Stalker Valor Surge. So I would not be surprised if this change was once again to nuke that one-hit kill build. Although even with the previous Valor Surge nerf, it was already kind of impossible to pull off. Gorilla also notes that they are looking into some fixes and changes for future updates, including that outfits may appear to be covered by dark shadows in inventory, which sometimes happens and can be quite annoying. So great that they are trying to fix that. Another big one is the fact that players have reported that the Apex Grimhorn does not spawn in-game outside of quest, potentially preventing players from obtaining 100% game completion. Talked about this one before. Right now you can only see them during the second verse side mission with so only scan them during that encounter. But yeah, if you miss them, then you will not be able to get the 100% completion. Seems to be the final machine variant that is not in the open world. So really good stuff. We'll of course keep you posted here when we know more about future Horizon patches and hopefully DLC. Got a pretty interesting video coming up about potential future content, so totally subscribe to stay up to date on that. A like on the video would really help me out, and of course at the end of every Horizon update and news video, we want to look at awesome pictures you can send us via the JorRaptor hashtag on Twitter or the dedicated pictures channel on our Discord. A link to the Discord will be in the pinned comment. Make sure you accept the rules and then you are able to post. So yeah, Joyce, your turn, photo mode expert. You of course selected 3 shots. Let's take a look.
Yes, what's up everyone? First up is Balloon over on Twitter, who went ornament hunting with Aloy and perfectly timed her near the New Year's one with the champagne glass. Cheers! Next is the return of Nico to the photo mode showcase, with Aloy enjoying her time on the beach with the wave crashing behind her. I am absolutely in love with the color scheme here, all blue and light color. And my favorite one of the 3 is from Useless Girl over on Twitter, where Aloy sits, I think, in one of the Relic Rune locations. Not sure which one, but when I first saw this shot, it made me think directly of a movie poster. Like the composition, the lighting, and the cold colors that are being used. It's just a very incredible picture. I love it.
Ooh, totally keep them coming. Maybe you'll be in the next video. Check out our previous video on potential DLC areas and in-game mentions of future content we found by clicking on the screen, and we will of course speak to you soon. Goodbye.